Hey, Tubies! This is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with you. I am so excited. How you like my purple silk robes? What do you think of that, huh? You're going to say, Bob, what are you wearing? Well, I tell you, of all the days to have this happen, my heat has gone out in my condo. And I live in Virginia, right outside Washington, D.C. And for those of you in this area, you know it is sub-zero temperatures. So it's kind of cold in here. But the wonderful thing is I have this wonderful silk wrap from India. And I learned many years ago from a Hindu friend that in India they wear silk in the winter. Now, I always thought, how could you wear silk in the winter? Doesn't that make you even more cold? Actually, silk is a natural insulator. This little thin robe of purple silk, which is actually edged in real gold, wrapped around me, keeps me as warm, literally, as a wool coat. Amazing. Anyways, I'm so excited. Well, I tell you, I want to say, first of all, thank you to all of you who came up to yesterday's video on Atlantis and crystals. If you haven't seen that, check that out. We talked about a lot of fascinating things. I showed you some of my Atlantean crystals. We talked about the mystical pyramid that has been discovered off the coast of Bermuda. So you don't want to miss that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's the video right before this one. Well, guys, listen, we're going to get into the letters here today. You guys have been so wonderful in writing. But before we do that, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay, I hear my spirit guide, Fletcher. He's back here. All right, our first letter tonight is from Molly. Hello, Molly. Molly's a longtime viewer. And she writes, Dear Bob, does Rose, your spirit guide, choose to be an old lady in the spirit world? Sylvia Brown said that over there they are all 30 years old on the other side. Love your seances, Bob. Hi, Molly. That's a wonderful question. You know, in regards to Sylvia Brown, I do believe she's right. In the spirit world, you go back to your younger self. This is why when people have visions of the dead, they always say they look so good, they look so refreshed, they look younger. We do shed the earth age when we go back. Now, interestingly, when Rose comes over, she takes on the persona and the energy of the life that she had. So yes, technically, if you were to see her in spirit, she'd probably look a lot younger. But as she comes through, she manifests as she was on the earth conditions. So that's why she sounds older. It's so that we can identify her and know her. And but over there, yes, everybody does kind of get, I call it a spiritual facelift. Once you die, you shed the wrinkles, you shed the age, you shed the pounds. Gosh, I tell you, they do better work than plastic surgeons in heaven. Anyway, so yes, Sylvia's right about that. Everybody does revert back. Now, Sylvia always said 30 years. I don't know if that's a literal, everybody's exactly 30, because I have seen spirits who look older, but I will say everybody goes back to their ideal age at the height of their youth when they were feeling strong and vibrant. Good question. All right. Our next letter is from LP Moonstone. Hi, LP. And she writes and she says, Dear Bob, I just had a crazy dream about you. Oh, my goodness. I really shook it up by it. We were hanging out on a huge bed. It was not sexual. She puts that in quotes. It was not sexual. And I was asking you if you could read my aura. You told me that my aura had no color, but that it was shaped like a weird arrow shape. What does this mean? Well, hi, LP. First of all, don't panic. This is not anything ominous. It says you were shooken up here by it. You know, it's funny. I do get letters from people who say I visit them in their dreams. And I do believe sometimes I do that. I do astral projection. And it is possible that I actually came to see you. I don't always remember it, though. But You know, I do believe I do work on the spirit realm. And when you're in the dream state, you're on the spirit realm. So it's very possible we met. I don't at all discard that or discredit it. Um, I actually do sometimes see people that have no color in their aura. Now, that is not in your case an ominous thing. When you have no color in your aura, that means that you're starting a new path. And it's very fascinating to me. You said that it was shaped kind of like an arrow-shaped aura is what I told you. What that indicates is that you are raising power. You're moving from a lower chakra, such as the grounding chakra, the base chakra, where there's a lot of fear, energy, fight and flight. And that arrow means that you're pulling power up to the higher chakras. It's about ascension. And it means that you are at a crossroads in your life where you're letting spirit move through you and you're raising your power. So this actually is a very positive dream. It indicates spiritual growth. It indicates new beginnings. And I do feel around you, I want you to watch here. It seems that the month of April is very significant around you. I do pick up around you kind of like a sense of fresh start. Maybe a move coming for you. But I get a sense here, literally, it's like the doors are open. I'm no longer bound. I'm open and I'm free. Okay, so the clear aura means you're ready to take on new energies. You're ready to take on new beginnings. Okay, not to worry. Anyways, you seem very nice. It would be fun to hang out. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Ms. Bruja B. Ooh, I like that. That's a cool name. Hi, and she says, Dear Psychic Bob, what do you see for me in 2016? I'm a Pisces, but I feel like I have no direction. Yeah. You know, month of March here is a transition month for you. I get a lot of orange light around you. This tells me that you have a lot of artistic energy, and I also get a lot of blue, which is communicator energy. And I feel like as you're into March, there's some changes here around you. I get the word schooling around you, and I feel like you're being led to write as well. So there's some creative unfoldment that is happening for you. And I feel really from March forward, it's literally new beginning here for you. That communicator theme is very significant, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some classes around you, because I feel like you're in a classroom, you're with a group setting, and it's an exchange of ideas, and this is bringing more ideas to your mind that I feel that I want you to write and to communicate. You might want to explore setting up an online blog even, because I kind of feel like there's a book coming for you, and it may come out of what starts in March going forward. Definitely communicator theme, definitely a lot of artistic energy, a lot of channeling. Okay, looks good for you. Let me know how that goes. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Maria Gresh. Hi, Maria. She writes, Dear Bob, hope you're doing fine. Oh, thank you. I am. I would like to know what my spirit guide, who my spirit guide is, and something about my future. Yeah. You have a guide around. I keep getting the name Toby. Toby's a young man. He looks like he's in his 20s, early 30s. He lived in the 1920s, and he was an artist. And I feel like he's around you to inspire you for creative process arts. One of your themes, interesting, like the person before, is an artist theme. And I keep seeing around you arts and crafts this year. And I feel like it's like you want to get your hands into something. It could be anything like from painting, basket weaving, making, arts and crafts. Because I feel like as you're working with these arts and crafts, it's increasing your channeling. And I also feel that this evolves into a type of business for you, because I'm seeing as you work with Toby that something is emerging and there's income that comes into you. So you're definitely in a place of financial growth, but it's connected directly to creativity. Could even be photography, because I feel like you're getting vision or ideas and you're seeing and sensing forms. So photography, sculpture, painting, arts and crafts, This is where I feel you want to put your focus. And ask Toby to channel through you, because I feel like during his life he did some amazing things, and he'll help you do some amazing things. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right, let's see. Our next letter is from Angie Clevenger. Hi, Angie. And she writes, hi, Bob. Do I have any messages from my spirit guides? Yeah. You know, when I step into your vibration, I get the name Joan around you. You have a spirit guide. Her name is Joan. She was a dancer, like a performer, maybe a stage performer. And I keep getting her in the early 1900s around you. And I feel like she's calling you to, in a sense, do performance art. It's almost like being a singer. I keep getting music connected to this, like a band or some type of creative endeavor where you're involved with music or music industry. So I want you to call upon this Joan. As I said, she was a dancer, and she also was, I believe, a musician. She may have played an instrument as well. But I get her around you, and she's helping you open that energy for performance. I do believe one of your life themes is a performer theme. And so you'll find that you do really well when you're on stage, you know, literally. So Joan is who I want you to ask to work with you. But I do see this, and I feel like, you know, as we move through the summer months here, like June forward, I keep picking up around you like you're literally in front of the public. Okay? Sounds very exciting. Let me know how it goes. Thanks for writing. Okay, our next letter is from Sherman Freeman. Hi, Sherman. Sherman writes, it says, Dear Bob, how many spirit guides are around me? What are their names? You know, it's interesting. I do get around you a number of spirits. Now, your inner band of guides is about 7 or 8. You actually have 2 bands of guides. You have an inner band, which work with you closely. They're about 7 or 8. And then you have an outer band, which are about 20 to 30. So this is not actually uncommon. A lot of people have 2 bands of spirit, and that means that you're on a big mission here. One of your callings is as a medium. You have actually a lot of spiritual gifts, and I keep picking up around you 2 spirits. One of them is an Indian guide. Name is White Feather, Chief White Feather, and he's going to help you with channeling gifts. And the other guide I get around you is Archangel Michael. I feel he's one of your protectors. So you've got Archangel Michael and Chief White Feather. And they're showing me that you have a psychic theme, very particular in the area of mediumship. So be open to that channeling process. Be open to spirit communications. I really see this year you making a lot of spiritual progress. Okay? Hope that helps. Let me know how it goes. Thanks for writing. Okay, our next letter is from Lynn Nightfeather. Hi, Lynn. She writes, Dear Bob, I've been seeing a lot of alien stuff randomly pop up everywhere I go. I recently had a dream about an alien made of different colors of light. Are they trying to contact me? If so, what kind of aliens are they and why? You know, Lynn, I have to tell you, this isn't actually something new for you. You've been in contact with aliens pretty much all of your life. I do believe you're a contactee. Now, I don't see you as necessarily being an abductee. You are a contactee. There's kind of a difference there. Abductees are many times taken by the Greys, and it's against their will. But you are a contactee, which means that they are having a telepathic rapport with you. I get a connection with you in the Ashtar Command. The Ashtar Command is a group of aliens, advanced aliens, who are working together across the cosmos. And one of the groups that are actually in contact with you are the Arcturians. Arcturians are interesting because they have bodies that are very etheric, and they do many times channel light through them. Most of the people who see the Arcturians see them as blue. They have blue skin. It's kind of a luminescent blue. They have large eyes. A lot of times they're bald, but they're very gentle, very peaceful. And I feel like the Arcturians are working with you because your consciousness is rising. And, as we go through the coming, next 2 years, there's going to be a lot more alien contact with the Earth. And I believe that the Arcturians are preparing you to help be a communicator. See, when the alien presence is revealed, there's going to be a lot of panic on the Earth. And I feel like Spirit and the aliens are working together, the guides, to help prepare humanity for this revelation. So some people, and you're one of them, are being prepared in a sense in advance so that when the revelation comes, you'll understand it, you won't be afraid, and you'll be able to be a messenger, a voice to help other people around you understand the reality that is coming to the Earth. So you have a very big mission. I hope I didn't scare you. But the Arcturians, I want you to research them. I have a video, actually. I don't know if you saw it. I did it a few months ago about the Arcturians, and that may be helpful for you as well. Okay, so look that up. Thanks for writing. Well, guys, listen, that is all the time I got for letters today. I am so glad you're here. Being with you warms my heart and warms my body, and I like wearing my silk today. So I'm so glad you're here. You guys rock. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Tomorrow we're going to do another video on aliens, so you don't want to miss that. And on Thursday, I've got a special guest coming to Spirit Channel. His name is Norman Moody, and he's one of the top psychics in the country and a personal friend of mine. I'm going to be interviewing him, and you guys will get to meet him. He's a wonderful man. So make sure to be here tomorrow for another aliens video, and be back here on Thursday for Norm Moody's interview. We'll talk to you soon. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. Remember to like this, favorite, share it with your friends. Let's get the word out. Invite them to be part of our community here. If you haven't explored the Order of the Purple Cord, you can also do that at my website. I'll put links below. And make sure to keep it here at Spirit Channel. We're so glad you're here. Blessings to all of you. And make sure to be back here next week on next Tuesday. And we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.